You might be catching Pokemon with brand new balls very soon, or completing research that gives you 100% free Pokecoins in-game that you could use on things like raid passes or eggs. Because today we're talking about a couple of key features that I think we're gonna see very, very soon in Pokemon Go, and some of which are really exciting. Starting with level 55. Yes, I think new levels are coming to the game very soon. For the first 4 years of Pokemon Go, the highest level you could get to was 40. And all you had to do was get 20 million XP and you were there. Then in November of 2020, 10 new levels were brought to the game along with a new concept: challenges. Each level required not only XP, but a handful of challenges that got more difficult with each level. Plus, you had to earn a total of 176 million lifetime XP. Now, most players have not reached this yet, but many have. And for those of us already chilling at level 50, get ready. Because bro, I can only imagine how much XP you're gonna need to get from level 50 to level 55, but we can make some guesses. Level 40 requires 20 million XP, and level 45 requires 66.5 million XP. So a 232.5% increase. Math. Following that same math, going from level 50 to level 55 would require 585 million. So for obvious reasons, I've been playing a little bit more lately because I'm only at 400 million XP total lifetime. And this is only the XP requirement. What about the challenges? A lot of new features have come to Pokemon Go since the release of level 50, so I'm sure all of these will be included somehow in the next challenges. So things like win a certain number of showcases, complete a certain number of routes, get a certain amount of like extra small or extra large Pokemon, and we might see some more aggressive Go Battle League rank requirements like Ace, Veteran, Expert rank, which I'm sure we'll have because getting to level 50 required you to hit rank 10 in the GBL. I'm also pretty sure we'll have something in there regarding max battles, brand new feature coming out, which we're gonna talk about in this video too. And there will definitely be something that's like spin 1,000 Pokestops every day for 3 years or something crazy like that that's gonna slow down the progress so that people don't hit level 55 overnight. So if you're like myself and at level 50 and just chilling, might be a good time to start getting some XP going. Let's briefly talk about Dynamax Pokemon because we already know they're coming to the game next week. No speculation, straight facts, Dynamax Pokemon are about to be here. We're gonna have power spots, max battles, and max particles. And honestly, overall, I think the system is gonna be super good and super exciting for it. But what hasn't been mentioned yet at all, Gigantamax Pokemon, which are honestly way more exciting than Dynamax. Because every Pokemon can Dynamax, but not every Pokemon can Gigantamax. And again, this feature hasn't been mentioned at all by Pokemon Go, especially during all of the marketing of this Dynamax update. Like, you'd think we'd hear a little bit about Gigantamax, but not now, not yet. Definitely in the future, and definitely I think soon. But they're not the only big Pokemon that have not been released yet in Pokemon Go that I think we'll find soon. We still have 8 Mega Pokemon that have not been released in the game at all, and some of which have been teased and sneak peeked for literal years. They include Mega Mawile, which is a Steel and Fairy type Mega with a max CP of 2691, Mega Sharpedo, a Water and Dark type with a max CP of 3700, Mega Camerupt, a Ground and Fire type, max CP 3641, Mega Metagross, which we are all waiting for. It is a Steel and Psychic type with a 5552 max CP. It's going to be a monster. Mega Gallade, also a monster, Fighting and Psychic with a 5100 max CP. Mega Audino, Normal and Fairy type, 2853 max CP. And then the two that, I mean, we have to get soon, dude. Mega Mewtwo X, Psychic and Fighting type, Legendary Mega, with a crazy max CP of 7,336, and then Mega Mewtwo Y, which will be a Psychic type with a max CP of 7,690. These Pokemon will be literally insane, with the best ones obviously being the Mega Mewtwo and Mega Metagross, which I think we'll see that one before Mewtwo, but hopefully we see all of them over the next couple of months. But I can see with the new Dynamax feature coming out, Pokemon Go really stringing along these last 8 Megas because they can throw some Dynamax Pokemon in now. So it's like, you know, I don't know, we might not see these for a while. What I do pray we get soon is something we've been predicting for a long time: the shiny Galarian legendary birds. It's no secret that the Daily Incense has sort of faded into the back of everyone's minds. When it released, it was cool. When the birds were available, it was the best thing ever. And now it's a bit dull, especially since multiple Master Balls have been released and most people have used them on the Galarian birds. Well, what better way to bring the hype back to this incense than by releasing the shiny Galarian birds? These would be super hard to catch, considering it's really difficult to get a bird to spawn in general, and then the likelihood of it being a shiny is like significantly lower. Although we don't know what the catch rates would be, I think technically shiny legendary, it shouldn't run. but it might be impossibly hard to catch. So you might like run out of Pokeballs essentially trying to catch it, and then maybe be forced to use a Master Ball. Who knows? Oh, and fun fact, the shiny Galarian birds have the same color scheme as the regular, normal, legendary birds. So, fun fact. Let's talk free Pokecoins, which is something that Pokemon Go has tested on and off over the years, but they've never really settled on anything concrete. Until now. Maybe. Back in May of this year, we got the daily Pokecoin field research ticket, which for $2 USD gave players 300 Pokecoins immediately, then 20 Pokecoins per day for 2 weeks. This feature hasn't returned yet. It seemed like it was kind of a big test at the time, but I bet it returns soon and we see a little bit more of an expensive option and one that's here to stay. I'm predicting a $4.99 monthly Pokecoin ticket, where every month you could pay $5 and get like a bunch of things, including 200 Pokecoins immediately, then a bonus field research that would give you 20 Pokecoins per day, every day, for the entire month. This would be 200 Pokecoins to start, then about 600 over the month, for a total of 800 free Pokecoins in the month. And for $5, that's pretty good. You're saving a couple bucks on coins. But the trick here is the fact that it is daily research, which means if you don't complete it in a day, it does not roll over to the next day, which means you have to log in and complete it every single day. And if you forget to log in for a couple of days and you forget to claim your research, your Pokecoin value goes down, possibly to the point of you actually wasting money by spending $5. Good business model. I feel whatever about it. But for $5 a month, I'm sure they'd throw in some bonus features like increased gifting limits for opening, sending, storage, increased XP and Stardust for the first Pokestop and catch of the day, or maybe just like a bundle of free items. Now, it's been my opinion for years that Pokemon Go should release a monthly battle pass, kind of like how Clash of Clans did, and obviously Fortnite is known for. And it would give tons of amazing progression-based rewards and cool encounters and legendary encounters. It would be super cool. We'll see though, if that ever comes out. Fingers crossed. Now, it's only a matter of time though until we see new points of interest added into the game, like Poke Centers. The new Dynamax feature is bringing in new POIs called Power Spots, so Pokemon is not afraid to add new points of interest into the game where it makes sense. And Pokemon Centers are something we've been predicting for I cannot tell you how long. They would work the same as they do in the main series games. You walk in, heal up all your Pokemon, all for free. Now, this would potentially impact the sales of potions and revives, so like I could see them not doing it or adding limitations to it to where like you could only visit one Pokemon Center once per day. But fingers crossed we get them this year. The new Dynamax feature might also bring something completely unexpected, but kind of expected: Eternatus. Some fun Pokemon lore for you. Eternatus is the sole reason why Dynamaxing exists in the first place. Apparently, Eternatus began gathering Galar particles as energy, causing numerous Pokemon to Dynamax. And when released, it would be one of the craziest Pokemon we'd ever see. It'll be a legendary poison and dragon type with a max CP of, wait for it, 5,007. But that's not all. Its Eternamax form would be the highest CP Pokemon ever released in Pokemon Go, at a mind-boggling 9,255 CP. What would you even do against that? And imagine how much CP that thing would have as a raid boss, or a max raid boss in Pokemon Go. That would be sick and a sick event. Hopefully we see it soon. It would make sense with Dynamax Pokemon coming out. Did you know that there are a total of 27 different kinds of Pokeballs? And in Pokemon Go, we've technically only ever seen 6. But there are so many different kinds of balls that do so many different kinds of things. A few I could see added to Pokemon Go soon, including Safari Balls. Think of it, a special Pokeball you could only get and use at City Safari and Safari Zone events. There already is an exclusive Pokemon you can get there, Go-Goat, so why not a ball too? It wouldn't really do anything extra except maybe a slightly higher catch rate, but it would be a cool thing to remember Pokemon caught at these exclusive events by. Dusk Balls. They look sick, and maybe they give you 3 times catch odds if used at night. Luxury Balls. These maybe could double the rate of friendship that is gained with the Pokemon you catch. So basically you'd gain friendship twice as fast with the Pokemon specifically caught in a luxury ball. Heavy Ball. This could make catching bigger Pokemon much easier with higher chances depending on the weight of the Pokemon, which would be super helpful when finding rare spawns like Dragonite or Snorlax. Quick Ball. It could give you 5 times catch odds if it's the first ball that's thrown. And technically speaking, all of these don't really make a huge difference in Pokemon Go since catching is already so easy in game, but it would be super useful for the more hardcore grinders and maybe even people on their way to level 55. The faster and more efficient you can catch Pokemon while you're out there grinding, the faster you're going to gain XP, complete challenges, level up, and grind. So by strategically using the right balls in the right scenarios, you can give yourself a nice boost. And if you thought those new features were exciting, check out these videos above because they're even more. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.